Is the best-selling Android phone in the world, and is even bigger than you think. If you look at the annual smartphone sales chart, basically every single year you will see the exact same trend. The entire top 10 is basically iPhone, iPhone, iPhone. But then, a Galaxy S series, specifically the Galaxy S10 series. And then a little while later, the Galaxy Z series. And while artificially 1 million tech away from this list says, damn, Apple sells a lot of iPhones. In a way, it's an achievement that's even more satisfying. Because remember, Apple only makes 4 models a year. Samsung makes about 50. They have A models, S models, M models, and Z models. So just one of those 50 models to come in 4th place to sell 30 million units its own, it's absolutely astronomical. But on face it doesn't really make any sense. Samsung holds massive launch event for their flagship phones. They fill up fast space with a spotter form every corner of the globe. But did Galaxy A14 even have a launch event, or even a trailer in the West? You can only find quick summary video on Samsung India, Malaysia or Thailand page. And yeah, sure, some of these have only a pretty passive view counts. But all of you have to do this is look at the comments and likes that none of this is organized, and no one actually cares about them. So why this A series, born by far of Samsung's best sellings, especially is A10 series. Before we get into it, we're going to start a beta test of the Samsung F14 versus the iPhone 14. So first, most obvious things that makes this popular is price. This 14 is around $115 dollars, including delivery, and that's actually quite impressive considering what they get. A 6-inch point XDP display, the FreeLess Android 30, 50 megapixel main camera, 5000 mAh battery. And yeah, sure, some nice thick border around the outside of the screen, but enough fundamental such that even when I hand this phone to my friend and asked her how much she thought it was, she said $500. And it's only when I started setting the phone up, I properly realized how they have got the price. I kid you not, when I first bought it up, I was sold by recommended apps. There were this page of supposedly free goodies that the phone want to install for me. It asked my gender and my age to try and target the recommendation, and even went as far as to trick yes to have off the apps by default. Samsung will obviously be charging out of this app company to feature on the spec, probably taking extra money for the apps to be selected by default, which is great for them because it takes the pressure of needing to make money off the hardware itself, and it's a pretty standard trick to cheaper phone like this. But it's kind of crazy that they're allowed to just cover up a very clearly responsive apps by literally describing them as if they're essential to the user.